It's day 2 and I almost sabotaged my weight loss journey. Today I'm going to tell you why and what I did to turn it around. Hey everyone, it's Suzanne. If you're new here, I am on a weight loss journey to lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks, over 50 after being stuck for almost 6 months at the same weight. I'm sharing my struggles, wins, and results in this 21 days so that hopefully I can help you do the same. So I started out day 2 by weighing myself, and on day 1, I weighed 147.5. Morning of day 2, I weighed 146.9. So far, so good. The plan was working. I was starting to lose weight, which I was really happy about. So after I weighed myself first thing in the morning, I got ready for the day. I logged on, and within the first hour or two, I wasn't really hungry. But throughout the day, I noticed I was having a lot of head hunger, especially for my coffees. So normally before, I would have coffees that I sip throughout the day, but it's not just coffee, it's coffee with creamer. And unfortunately, I can't have coffee with creamer on this plan, so I had to cut those out, and I was really missing those. So I'm sitting there at my desk, and I literally thought, what did I get myself into? And truthfully, I really wanted to quit. I'm actually shocked at how quickly I was ready to give in. I mean, it was only the second day. And then I thought about the siren song in the book, The Odyssey. The siren song is a song that mermaid-like creatures would sing as sailors would get close to them in their ships. And it would basically lull them and tempt them to get closer to the rocks by convincing them that they would get their heart's desires filled. Which is kind of how I feel when I get tempted to eat something that's not on my plan, like chocolate. But ultimately, the sirens would lead the sailors to their death. As the ships got closer to the sirens, eventually the ships would crash on the rocks and the sailors would die. Very similar to what I know will happen if I don't continue to lose weight and decide to get healthy. Now, there was one man, Odysseus, who was actually able to hear the siren song and overcome it. But he didn't do it by just trying to use sheer willpower. What he actually did was he chose to have his crew tie him up to a mast so that even though he were incredibly tempted, ultimately could not choose to keep going. And basically he ended up saving him from himself. So sometimes I feel like I kind of wish that food didn't taste good. I feel like sometimes it would be great to not like food anymore, or for food not to be pleasurable. And then I wouldn't have to worry about being tempted by it anymore. And that's when I thought about my kids. I have 3 kids who are silently sitting back, watching me as I'm going through this journey and wondering, am I actually going to be able to do it? Am I going to be able to commit to it? It's kind of similar to that thought of more is caught than taught. And what kind of example would I be if I only lasted 2 days on this plan? I remember watching many people in my life, family, friends, teachers, that would start diets and ultimately would quit every time after a couple of days or a week. And it really discouraged me. I really believed for a long time that it was not possible to actually commit to a diet plan, follow it through, lose weight, and reach my goal. And I didn't want to do that in front of my kids and my husband. I wanted them to see that it is possible. I thought about how many times before I've started a diet, and within a couple of days, I was tempted by chocolate or eating out at a restaurant with my family. And this time I wanted to be able to just do it. So I made a decision. For the next 3 weeks, I was going to commit to this plan. I was going to stick it out so I could show my kids how to stick to their commitments, even when the cravings get hard. I also wanted to do it because back in 2017, when I was at around 175, I got my blood work done and I found out for the first time that I was pre-diabetic. And in May of this year, even though I have been following low carb for a year and a half, I did my blood work again and I was still pre-diabetic. And that was the one that scared me because a couple of years ago, a teacher that I loved died of complications from diabetes after she had to have part of her leg amputated. So I wanted to walk into my next appointment and see that I had normal results and that I was no longer pre-diabetic. So in order to lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks, that means I have to lose 3.3 pounds per week. Now, if you're 50 and you're feeling this same struggle, leave me a comment and let me know what's your why. You can check out my whole 21-day series up here in the end screen, and I'll see you in the day 3 video.